Okay, people, so I've been wanting to make this video for quite some time because I definitely feel as though the direction of Shonen Jump in general is headed towards this way, and I wanted to discuss it with you guys. In case you don't know about Shonen Jump, it is the largest and most popular manga-driven magazine in the world. It houses series such as One Piece, My Hero Academia, Black Clover. It was the one that published and serialized Demon Slayer. It has Jujutsu Kaisen. It is a very, very big deal. It is the biggest deal in the manga world. In fact, majority of manga artists want to get into Shonen Jump at some given point because that's where all the popularity comes from. That's where, again, some of the largest creators, Masashi Kishimoto, Naruto, Akira Toriyama, Dragon Ball, that's where they blew up and that's where they got their household name from that magazine. However, lately I've noticed a different trend where another branch, another spin-off, so to speak, of Shonen Jump has really been taking the manga industry by storm, and not many people are talking about it, and not many people are realizing that this potentially could be the future of this magazine. Let's talk about it.
No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done.
Now, over the last few years, Shonen Jump has been branching off even further. There's a ton of spin-off magazines. There's Psycho Jump, they had Ultra Jump, they have a lot of different spin-offs, but none of them have really blown up to mega stardom success or have launched any gigantic titles. Like, yeah, maybe there's a fluke here or there, but for the most part, majority of them, like, they stick to their lane. Psycho Jump is really for gag manga, like they have the new Demon Slayer gag series coming to them, but again, there's nothing that quite is in almost direct to a certain degree competition with the main magazine itself, Shonen Jump. Until now. I want to say until now because Shonen Jump Plus, which is a digital spin-off magazine of Shonen Jump, has really been taking the world by storm quietly because people are still not even realizing that, holy cow, a lot of these manga that are blowing up right now aren't actually in Shonen Jump, they're in Shonen Jump Plus. And you're probably thinking, what's the big deal, fam? What's so important about the Plus? Well, for starters, the Shonen Jump Plus magazine, which is again a digital distribution, it allows the authors a little bit more liberties and a little bit more freedoms to be darker. In fact, Chainsaw Man, you know, that series that has blown up and it doesn't even have an anime yet and is about to get an anime. Yeah, its part 2 is going to be held in Shonen Jump Plus, the digital magazine, one of which main reasons, in my opinion, is the fact that they have more freedoms and they can go a lot darker and grittier because it's a digital distribution and it's not on shelves all over Japan like Shonen Jump is. So that right there automatically gives the authors a lot of leverage in terms of being creative, in terms of what you want to create, because you don't got to worry about like, oh, the masses, you know, I got to tone things down, I got to change things up. If you compare Tatsuki Fujimoto, author of Chainsaw Man's previous work, Fire Punch, that was straight up a Shonen Jump Plus title, to Chainsaw Man, that was a Shonen Jump title. While Chainsaw Man was still gritty, still did a lot of crazy, insane things, there was times when Chainsaw Man had to be web only over here in the West because it got so damn risque, to say the least. And if you compare the two, Fire Punch, in my opinion, was just way more gory, way more messed up, and in general, way more mature. But you're probably thinking, okay, so what, fam? So there's some, a little bit of an edge with Shonen Jump Plus. Like, that doesn't change anything. It does. Because in case you don't know, quite a few titles that have been popping off recently have been straight up from Shonen Jump Plus. In fact, the ones that are popping off from Shonen Jump Plus are outselling a ton of the newbies from Shonen Jump. Kaiju number 8, as it stands right now, as of the recording of this video right now, has 4 volumes out and over 4 million copies in circulation. Spy X Family, a little series about a little girl that can read minds and has assassin parents. Yeah, that series, a #1 top seller as well, selling insanely for, again, spin-off magazine's digital distribution. Not to mention the latest series that's popping off from one of the former assistants to the Chainsaw Man series, Dawn to Dawn. That one is exploding already as well. We also had Jigoku Raku that it finished, but major popularity, also has an anime adaptation in the works. And of course, My Hero Academia Vigilantes, a spin-off series that has been running for quite some time, and a lot of people love it too. And honestly, alone, 3 of those titles, 2 of which of course have been straight up from the Jump in Jump Plus, but the third one, Chainsaw Man 2, just imagine, right? Chainsaw Man already was enormous. It had, you know, amazing success for not having an anime, and it got an anime adaptation on the way, and Chainsaw Man 2 is going to be in Jump Plus. So you add the marketing and promotion from a top tier animation that I'm almost guaranteeing it's going to be from Studio Mappa onto a title that was already in the mainstream magazine Shonen Jump. Imagine what Chainsaw Man 2's numbers is going to look like when all is said and done. Again, bringing it back to it's all being housed in Shonen Jump Plus. And Kaiju number 8 and Spy X Family, it is outselling almost every, especially the more newbie ones that are kind of like its contemporaries. It is destroying them. Like Kaiju number 8 is outselling Marshall, is outselling The Elusive Samurai, is outselling Majority, it's outselling Black Clover. Even first week sales, if I'm not mistaken, Kaiju number 8 is outselling My Hero Academia. Likewise with Spy X Family. And again, those are mainstream titles, so it's speaking a lot. I think it's also showcasing and demonstrating the shift in culture, the shift in fan base, the shift in the age demographic of people that are actually going out and supporting manga. I think anime and manga fandom has gotten older while there's still newbie kids coming in every day, and I think that's why a lot of series like Marshall, for example, can exist in this space, because it could still appeal to younger kids, but at the same time, older people can enjoy it as well. I think Shonen Jump Plus is straight up gearing towards aiming for the people that are a little bit older. Maybe you're in your 20s, your 30s, even 40s, 50s, whatever, and you want that feel from a shonen manga title, but at the same time, you also want it to be not all zany and goofy where you feel like, oh god, I'm a little too old for this. Shonen Jump Plus is appealing to that, and the numbers that are coming in is showcasing that Shonen Jump Plus may be the future for Shonen Jump. Because if you think about it, right, if there's already a few titles in Shonen Jump Plus alone that is outselling almost everything from the main magazine, minus One Piece and Jujutsu Kaisen, literally Kaiju number 8, Spy X Family, and probably Chainsaw Man 2 when it launches, is outselling everything in the main magazine. And again, Chainsaw Man 2, I know it's kind of a weaker argument because it's a spin-off that, you know, originally Chainsaw Man 1 was in the main magazine, so it had the promo. It's a little bit different, but you can't argue against Kaiju number 8, Spy X Family, Jigoku Raku having major success. And likewise with Dandadan, the up-and-comer that did 60,000 first week, first volume for a series that is in a digital spin-off magazine. I honestly feel like the future of Shonen Jump is the plus, and the end of the old ways is the plus as well. Because at the end of the day, let's be real, it's a business. It's financially incentivized. So ultimately, if this magazine that is a digital distribution, that means you don't gotta pay to house the magazines, you don't gotta pay for production of the magazine, you don't gotta do none of that stuff. All you gotta do is throw it up online. It's financially more beneficial to rock with the Shonen Jump Plus magazine than Shonen Jump, especially in the long run, once like the magazine really starts to sell less and less. Each and every year, Shonen Jump magazine sells way less magazines than the year prior. It went from like selling 2 million magazines in the late 90s, early 2000s to like, I want to say it's less than 1 million at this point, or it's like barely at the bottom of 1 million or something like that. Like Shonen Jump magazine is little by little in physical publication dying, while Shonen Jump Plus is rising astronomically and housing manga that are blowing Shonen Jump's regular series out the water in terms of sale, which overall leads to once again proving my argument that I feel as though Shonen Jump Plus is going to be the future of the largest distributor of shonen magazine in the world, Shonen Jump. It just gives so many benefits to it. Financially, it's way more cost efficient. The manga are selling like hotcakes. You don't gotta worry about anything in terms of physical, like, oh, we gotta meet the deadline. Like, you could upload the manga right now and have it to the masses within the push of a button. You can't do that with the physical magazines. Also, a big one is you can avoid leaks. You know how the chapters be hitting the streets sometimes on Wednesdays or Thursdays, but the officials don't drop until Sunday? That gets eliminated with the digital distribution. Gone. Because somebody could literally have the entire magazine on a hard drive right here and push it in, and boom, it's out within a minute, avoiding any and all leaks. And also a lot of mangaka as well have moved to drawing digitally as well. So it's just all around a win, financially, creatively. Like, they could be a little bit more edgier. They don't got to worry about kids seeing the magazine on stands. I feel like within the next 10 to 15 years, Shonen Jump Plus is going to outdo Shonen Jump. And who knows, they might actually just eliminate the Jump Plus aspect of it and combine it all into one big digital magazine, and that'll probably be what Shonen Jump is, again, maybe 10 to 15 years down the road, once the physical distribution is no longer viable. But I'm very curious what you guys think about this whole debacle. For starters, how do you feel about the titles that are in Shonen Jump Plus right now? How do you feel about a lot of these titles, especially the bigger ones, Kaiju number 8, Spy X Family, being bigger sellers than almost everything in the main magazine that is mainstream, that have anime adaptations? Like, do Do you feel like that's a sign that the future is going to be within the publication of this digital distribution? I mean, for crying out loud, even Black Clover Quartet Knights was in Shonen Jump Plus, and that's about Yami, fam. Like, you could actually tell the story. Like, you can actually base manga now around a character like Yami and not worry about, like, well, will it make it? Because now you can aim and gear these mangas straight towards the people that actually financially can go out and support and buy these things, the older consumer. And your overall thoughts of this discussion, this is one that I've been wanting to talk about for quite some time. I feel like, again, one more time, the future of the largest, most popular manga distribution magazine in the world, Shonen Jump, is within the plus. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links are in the description below. I'm Fineb World, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life. Bye. Have an awesome day. Peace in, and Shonen Jump Plus, baby. The future. Chainsaw Man 2 when that drops. Oh my god, I could only imagine it's gonna be disgusting out here, the level of sales that shit is gonna have compared to everything in the main magazine. Not to mention, again, Kaiju number 8, Stomp of the Competition, $500,000 first week, Spy X Family, 600,000, 700,000 first week. Shit is crazy. Have an awesome one.